Hello viewers, welcome to EduTube. In this lesson, we are going to learn conversion of decimals to fractions. So we are converting 0.16 to fraction, which is our first example. So to convert these decimals to fraction, we know that a fraction is a type of number with the numerator and a denominator. So to convert these decimals to fraction, basically or naturally, our decimal figures, that is the numbers after the point, naturally becomes our numerator. So I'm going to write 1 and 6. Now remember, the whole number here is 0. So it's insignificant. So it is unnecessary to put it before the 1. So this 1 and 6 naturally becomes our numerator. So then, what would then be our denominator? We also know, or we've learned, that decimals is another way of writing fractions in which the denominator is 10 or times 10 or powers of 10. So how do I figure out what should be the denominator here, whether in 10 or powers of 10? Now, the numbers of decimal places I have, or the numbers of decimal figures I have, will determine the numbers of powers of 10 or the numbers of tens I will have below here. So since I have two decimal figures after the point, that means I'm going to have 10 raised to power 2. So because I have two decimal figures, I'm going to have 16 out of 10 raised to power 2, which basically will be 16 out of 100, because 10 raised to power 2 means 10 times 10, which is 100. So because I have two decimal figures here, that means I must have 10 raised to power 2. So 2 powers of 10. Now it is now converted to fraction. We have basically converted these decimals to fraction. But is this the end? Naturally, fractions are meant to be simplified to their lowest term. So I would think of the common factor that can divide 16 and 100 in their simplest form, and that is what? 4. So I will say 4 in 16, and that will give me 4. And 4 in 100, that will give me what? 25. 4 and 25 has no common factor. So my answer is 4 out of 25. So successfully I've converted 0.16 to fraction, which is 4 out of 25. Now for second example, I have 9.4. Now remember, for the first example, our whole number is 0. So in this case, our whole number is a significant number, which is nice. So I'm going to write 9 whole number. Then naturally, my decimal figure, that is the number after the point, will turn to our numerator. So 4 out of. Then what will be my denominator? Don't forget, the numbers of decimal figures we have will determine the powers of 10 we will have as our denominator. Since I have one decimal figure, so I'm going to have 10 raised to power 1. So that's the powers of 10 we will have below. So which basically means 9 whole number 4 over 10, because 10 raised to power 1 is still what? 10. Now, is this the end? We have converted it to fraction, but is this the end? No, we have to reduce this proper fraction further to the lowest term, because they have a common factor that can reduce them. If they have no common factor that can reduce them, that will basically be our final answer. But because they have a common factor, and that is 2. So 2 in 4, that gives me 2, and then 2 in 10, that gives me what? 5. So this missed number is going to be rewritten as 9 whole number 2 out of 5. So successfully I have converted 9.4 to 9 whole number 2 out of 5 as a fraction or as missed number. So that is the end of conversion of decimals to fraction. If you are new to this channel, please kindly click on the subscription button below this video to get notified of more academic lessons like this. And if you are a returning subscriber, we say a big thank you for your love and support always. I will see you in the next lesson.